Countries including France, India, Russia, Poland, and the United Kingdom have warned their citizens against traveling to Israel, the occupied Palestinian territories, and, in some cases, the wider region amid threats of an Iranian attack in response to a strike this month on its consulate in Damascus. Iran has threatened reprisals against Israel over the strike in the Syrian capital on April 1st, which killed 7 Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps members, including 2 generals, leading to fears of an escalation of violence in the Middle East. The French Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs on Friday advised its citizens against traveling to Iran, Lebanon, Israel, and the Palestinian territories. In a statement on the social media platform X, the ministry added that relatives of Iran-based diplomats will return to France, and French civil servants are now banned from conducting any missions in the countries and territories in question. The UK told its citizens to avoid all but essential travel to Israel and Palestine over the possibility of an attack on Israeli territory from Iran. In an update, the British Foreign and Commonwealth Office warned against all travel to northern Israel, the Gaza Strip, areas near Gaza, and the occupied West Bank, excluding occupied East Jerusalem and Route 1 between Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. Russia strongly recommended its citizens refrain from traveling to the region, emphasizing security risks in Israel, Lebanon, and Palestine. The situation in the Palestinian-Israeli conflict zone, as well as in the area of the Blue Line between Lebanon and Israel, remains unstable, its Ministry of Foreign Affairs said. Poland's foreign ministry also advised against travel to Israel, Palestine, and Lebanon. It cannot be ruled out that there will be a sudden escalation of military operations, which would cause significant difficulties in leaving these 3 countries, it said in a statement. Any escalation may lead to significant restrictions in air traffic and the inability to cross land border crossings. India's statement covered Iran and Israel, calling on Indians not to go to the 2 countries until further notice in view of the prevailing situation in the region. The Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi said Indian citizens who are in the 2 countries should observe utmost precautions about their safety and restrict their movements to the minimum. Germany, meanwhile, warned its citizens to leave Iran specifically, saying escalating tensions could affect exit routes. In the current tensions, especially between Israel and Iran, there is a risk of a sudden escalation, the Foreign Office said. German citizens are at concrete risk of being arbitrarily arrested and interrogated and being given long prison sentences. Dual citizens with Iranian and German nationality are especially at risk, it added. Separately, German flagship airline Lufthansa extended its suspension of flights to and from Tehran until Thursday and will not use Iranian airspace during that time. Real and viable threat, U.S. says. The United States has restricted its employees in Israel and their family members from personal travel outside the greater Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Beersheba areas. An imminent attack by Iran on Israel is a real and viable threat, U.S. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby told journalists on Friday, adding that Washington would make sure the Israelis have what they need and that they're able to defend themselves. Speaking to reporters on Friday, President Joe Biden said, "We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed." The top U.S. commander for the Middle East, General Eric Kurilla, is also in Israel for talks with its military officials on security threats. His trip was moved up from a previously scheduled date due to recent developments, Pentagon spokesman Major General Pat Ryder said on Thursday. After Kurilla discussed the tensions with Iran with Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant on Friday, Gallant said the U.S. and Israel were shoulder to shoulder in facing possible threats. "We are prepared to defend ourselves on the ground and in the air, in close cooperation with our partners, and we will know how to respond," the defense chief added. The Wall Street Journal, quoting a person familiar with the matter, reported on Thursday that Israel was preparing for an attack by Iran as soon as Friday or Saturday. Al Jazeera's Hamda Salhat, reporting from East Jerusalem, said the Israeli army announced that it was preparing on all fronts offensively and defensively. A couple of weeks ago, the Israelis increased their alertness level, calling up reservists and bolstering air defense systems, she said, adding that Israeli officials said they were prepared for anything. Israel has bombarded the Gaza Strip since October 7th and sent in ground forces, killing at least 33,600 Palestinians and injuring more than 76,000. Hamas's October 7th attacks on southern Israel killed more than 1,100 people there. Israel has also stepped up strikes against Iranian personnel and allies in Syria and Lebanon, and has traded near daily cross-border fire with the Lebanese group Hezbollah since the start of the war.